The governments of Zambia and Burkina Faso are suddenly undergoing transitions of power, but under very different circumstances. My colleague, Paul Ndiho, has more.
The change in Zambia's leadership came suddenly due to the death of President Michael Sata, who passed away on October 28th in London. Mr. Sata had been undergoing treatment in the British capital for undisclosed illness. He was 77 years old. Zambian Vice President Guy Scott has been named the interim leader until an election is held in 3 months. Scott is Sub-Saharan Africa's first white leader in 20 years. He outlined the next steps in the nation's political process.
According to the provisions of the Republican Constitution, elections for the office of President will take place within 90 days. In the interim, under the Republic Constitution, I am now acting President of Zambia, mandated to oversee this process.
Just 2 days after Sata's death on October 30th, Burkina Faso was plunged into political chaos when President Blaise Compaoré abruptly resigned following 2 days of massive protests in Ouagadougou over his bill to change the constitution to seek a third presidential term to extend his 27-year reign. Tens of thousands of demonstrators flooded the streets and later stormed the nation's parliament and trashed the state television offices. Emergency services say at least 3 protesters were shot and killed and several others were wounded by security forces. The African Union says that the military leadership should restore constitutional order within 2 weeks or face sanctions including a travel ban and suspension from the AU. Now the nation's military is in control and is trying to assure the nation's citizens that there will be a smooth and peaceful political transition to its next president. The army has installed Lieutenant Colonel Yukba Isaac Zida to head the transition. But the move is being criticized by the opposition, politicians and Western powers who are seeking a quick return to civilian rule. The military says a civilian-led transitional government will be established as soon as possible. Paul Ndiho, VOA News, Washington.